Number 8, the Honourable Darren Hughes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Transport and asks him, on how many weekends has he contacted both the Chair and the Chief Executive of the New Zealand Transport Agency during the 104 weekends since his warrant was issued, and did a call to either person take place last weekend ahead of the agency's committee meeting set down for Thursday, 18 November, where the route of the new State Highway 1 through motorway through Kapiti will be considered?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, it's not been possible to go through the countless phone logs to provide a definitive answer to that question. But I would be helpful to the member by pointing out it was not the first time I'd spoken to those officials over the weekend, and my apologies to those officials, it probably won't be the last either. In fact, by way of illustration, during my time as Minister, I've used my weekends and other out-of-work hours to contact any number of agencies across all my portfolios, including the New Zealand Transport Agency, Maritime New Zealand, the Civil Aviation Authority, the Ministry of Transport, Kiwi Rail, the Transport Accident Investigation Commission, Treasury, the Ministry for Economic Development, Crown Fibre Holdings, the Ministry of Education, the Tertiary Education Commission and a number of local body representatives. In reply to the second part of the member's question regarding the weekend just past, no.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Supplementary. Would he at least be able to say, given that last week he said it was not unusual for him to contact them at the weekends and he did it all the time, that he would have contacted them over or under half the weekends since he became the Minister?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we could play this game as often as we like. I suspect it's less than half, but as I point out to the member, unlike himself, obviously in his role as, I think it was Minister of Statistics in the previous government, where probably statistics ran from Monday through Friday. I don't know, Morris, is statistics a weekend job? Monday to Friday job in statistics. But I think for other portfolios, they do run pretty much 24/7.
The Honourable Darren Hughes.
Order. The smarminess is fine.
Order.
Fine. Supplementary question.
Order.
Hey?
The Honourable Darren Hughes, please just ask
I can take it, no trouble. Mr. Speaker, supplementary question to the Minister of Transport. Does he have any concerns?
I apologise, the Honourable Member. Now, I say this to the National Party benches. That's totally unreasonable, the level of noise. I can't possibly hear the member's question. The Honourable Darren Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does he have any concerns about the consultation period under the timeline for release of the route for the new motorway to be built for maximum speeds of up to 110 kilometres an hour through the communities of Kapiti, now that such a release has cleared his goal of being after the Mana by-election?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, I just can't accept the member's assertion contained in that question. He's also incorrect in another matter in that we actually don't have a speed limit of 110 kilometres an hour on any open road in New Zealand.
The Honourable
built to that
Darren
specification.
Order. The Honourable Darren Hughes.
The road's built to that specification. Supplementary question. If the New Zealand Transport Agency Committee finalises the motorway route on Thursday, will he suggest to the agency that they take a full-page advertisement in Friday's Dominion Post so that at least some Mana voters know what's going on before Saturday's by-election, given that the deadline for the last community newspaper before the by-election just happens to be tomorrow?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Look, Mr. Speaker, the point is that on the one hand he's trying to suggest that the Transport Agency should take a political approach to the consultation in reference to the by-election, and then he's accusing me of taking a political approach in respect to the Mana by-election. So I'm sorry, I just can't buy that. The bigger concern, Mr. Speaker, is that this member is opposed to having a strategic plan for State Highway 1 through the Kapiti area. He's opposed to having a strategic plan for the State Highway between Levin and Wellington.
The point of order, the Honourable Darren Hughes.
Look, at one level I have no objection at all to the Minister talking about me endlessly, but I didn't ask him about that. What I asked him, sir, was whether he...
I asked the member
very important
to
point,
seat.
sir. Very important
Order. Now, this has got a bit messy. I'm not surprised the member was raising a point of order, I think, but the issue of order was more to do with the Minister alleging what the member might believe or might stand for, etc., and that is out of order. I think in terms of the question the member asked, I think the Minister did answer that in the first part of his answer. He was just going on too long and making allegations against the member that were totally uncalled for. Point of order, the Honourable Darren Hughes.
My question asked him whether he would suggest something to the agency. His response to me was that I was accusing him or the agency of being political. My question is about a suggestion that he would make.
No, order. I think the Minister gave a clear answer that he wouldn't do that, and he was explaining why he wouldn't. Because, OK, he didn't give the words that he wouldn't, but he made it very clear that he saw doing such thing as being improper. And so I think it was pretty clear from the answer the Minister gave. Question number 9, Aaron Gilmore. Oh, I beg your pardon, Gareth Hughes. My apologies.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary. Order.
To the
Order.
Minister.
I want to hear Gareth Hughes.
To the Minister. Why won't the Minister admit that delaying the route announcement till after the Mana by-election is because the Minister has learnt the lesson from the Mount Albert by-election that it's not a good look to be bowling people's homes before asking them to vote for you?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, when the consultation proceeds, certain members in the House with the surname Hughes are going to have to swallow their words because the focus of the change is due to insufficient detail on a section of the road towards the northern end of the alignment, which is not in the Mana electorate, which if consulted on as it stood would leave too much uncertainty for local residents.
Question number 9, Aaron Gilmore.